这一次我们最殊胜、最有意义的一个法会是阿弥陀佛的法会。既然是说，当然了，我们人学阿弥陀佛就是最容易的，因为我们世上的人，也就是说这一生我们一心求阿弥陀佛的话，比较容易可以到西方极乐世界，就是最近的。那特别是说这一次就是阿弥陀佛的法会里面呢，有一个超度法会。当然了，我们就是我讲相信有前世有来世，我们人死了之后，即使有经过就是众一生，基本上我们密法里面讲。众一生的过程是749天里面，也是难讲。有的呢，不只是就是749天，也很长时间，在可能众一生当中没有办法就是脱胎的。那做这个超度法会呢，为了就是往生的人比较顺利可以去就是脱胎的意思了。那这个众一生当中呢，我们人其实往生过后有一个我们的灵魂跳出来了。跳出来的时候，其实很多人都不知道自己已经往生了，觉得还是自己就是活着的。不过那个时候没有肉体，只是有一个意念的身体，自己觉得还有就是活着的感觉，很多人都不知道。所以做超度呢，第一个就是说让他们就是那个不要这样，就是意念还有存在，把它容易就是生灵脱胎的意思。因为人死了时候没有肉体在，没有肉体在的时候呢，只是有意念的身体。意念的身体呢，把甚至我们人的可能脑袋比他聪明是比可能2倍、3倍、4倍、第9倍，所以那个时候有一点点可能有神通，也想去哪里心想就可以到。如果那个时候能有修行可以我们的能转的话，那个时候是最容易可以去就是脱胎，也可以去西方极乐世界，比现在还要好。所以这个749天里面也是大概是我们密法里面提到的是说，第一个气跟第三个气呢，前面3个气呢，这一生的印象比较深，觉得活着的感觉。那中间第4个气呢，可能是开始慢慢的转了，然后后面3个气呢，就是慢慢的就是变成下辈子，可能你脱胎到哪里，那个感觉那越来越深，可能是慢慢的就是转变的意思了。其实超度最好是这个749天，不过我们密法里面有，不光因为超度的时候呢，每个人都有一个名字，有一个牌位这样，这个牌位上面是有一个字，那个字是说你，西藏话是叫做那代表就是往生人的心。那个时候做法事的时候说，延轻往生人的就是那个灵魂延轻到涌入这个内字，然后给他讲经，就是开刀就是送去西方极乐世界的意思的。所以呢，有机会就是超度的话，比较容易可以就是脱胎。所以这一次当然了更殊胜，我们那么多高僧从世界各地来这边有机会做这个超度，我有机会可以帮往生的人做这样的一个功德，也是很开心。
The Amitabha is the Mahayana tradition of the practice Amitabha Puja. The Amitabha Buddha itself is one of the Buddhist enlightened Buddha, and he promised whoever the make wish and make prayer to Amitabha, and he lead to the Pure Land. Someone who come to practice make wish through systematically, so one be able to achieve a state of bodhisattva bhumi through that practice, and as well as one be able to rebirth in the Pure Land in the next lifetime after death. But when we practice Amitabha Buddha, we need 4 conditions that is necessary. Through the practice of 4 conditions, then one be able to achieve rebirth into the Pure Land. There's has no doubts in this case. So the first, the condition which is what we call the cultivate bodhicitta. The cultivate bodhicitta is one of the most important in this particular practice, because the Amitabha Buddha, the practice of Sukhavada is belongs to the Mahayana Buddhism. The cultivate loving kindness, compassion, and the bodhicitta mind is the essential teachings of the Mahayana Buddhism. So therefore, cultivate enlightened attitude or enlightened the mind, bodhicitta is the most important things first. So then there's the question how we be able to cultivate enlightened attitude is something what we should know here. The first, the enlightened attitude or bodhicitta is come to us in our mind through the practice, like generating love, compassion, as well as same time understanding nature of the mind, nature of the phenomena. These two, the points come together in the mind, our mind, like loving kindness, compassion, and understanding nature of things, nature of the mind. That gives us bodhicitta mind in the mind. From that point, again, the most important thing is love and compassion, generating love and compassion in our mind. This is really important thing. Once we cultivate this enlightened attitude or bodhicitta mind, then the second condition is accumulate merit. Accumulate merit is the second most important thing, the condition for being born in the Pure Land, Amitabha's Pure Land. So when we say the accumulated merit is something like what we should to do in our daily life, such as accumulate merit through the physical, verbally, and mentally. The fight, if we start to practice this kind of accumulated merit, that's not difficult. Actually, we can practice through our daily life situation. So the merits, when we accumulate, we do not need particular time for it, but we can practice actually during our daily life's activity. So that means just do good, cultivate good actions through the body, which is whatever we do, trying to support to the others, the sentient beings, any action, and as well as the verbally accumulated merit, just give some advice, as well as sort of good words and giving teachings, and also recite mantras and the sutras. Those things are also accumulated merits. So then mentally accumulated merit is always keep positive attitude, positive mental, positive mind within our mind, trying to keep that. That way we be able to accumulate merit a lot. So second condition is accumulated merit. And then third condition, here the practice Amitabha Buddha is to visualize Pure Land in this, the present time. That means the Pure Land is not only for after the death, but the Pure Land is can be cultivated in this lifetime, in the right now, through the visualization, through the keeping pure motivation and the pure perception. So that is explained in the text actually. When we do pujas, we always do sort of visualizations, a lot of visualizations. The visualization means just create the Pure Land in this right present moment. That is really very useful, really the powerful thing. We do not have to wait the Pure Land after the death, but we can create Pure Land, the right present here and now in this situation through the visualization. So this is really, that's the powerful method to create or to be born in the Pure Land. So that when we say the visualization, we are not only talking about the mental visualization, but also the verbally reciting mantra, the name of the Amitabha. That is also very powerful method to be born in the Pure Land. And then, of course, the mentally keep the mind, Amitabha Buddha's enlightened mind, just, trying to meditate within this enlightened mind. So that kind of practice, the visualization, becomes one of the most powerful tools to be born in the Pure Land. And so after that, then the fourth condition for the Amitabha practice is to make a wish, to be born there. Right? One should keep this make a wish to be born in the Pure Land. That is the fourth conditions. So anyone practice through these fourth conditions, and systematically, there's no doubt to be born in the Pure Land in the next lifetime. So not only the oneself, but also we have the methods, we have the path for others to lead into the Pure Land through that kind of the practice. For instance, yesterday we done the puja called the Jong Chog, which means that practice is not only the oneself, but for someone else. For instance, someone's relatives and friends may be passed away. For this, the past person, have we dedicate, have we focused to them, the traditionally explained, there's no doubt to be born in the Pure Land through that kind of practice. So that is we very often do in the traditionally since a long time, almost 100 years, we've done that kind of things. So there's good results. So then, so the last important thing is dedication. Whatever may be we accumulate the merits, we supposed to not keep within oneself, but to dedicate, to share, to open to the other sentient beings. That is the really one of the most interesting, one of the most the powerful methods from this Mahayana Buddhist tradition, because the concept and the idea to share, to dedication is very the beneficial thought, very enlightened attitude thoughts rising in the mind, and that only that makes really that's different from the other practices. Just lack of dedication. So the dedication is one of the most important. So usually we do that very often. Whatever maybe we practice, the end of the practice and end of the puja, we dedicate the merit to others, and through the dedication, we are not going to any lose from us, but increase in our own merits. So those things are what we basically necessary to know during the practice, whatever may be, and particularly this, Amitabha Buddha. And then another thing what I wanted to share here is for the practitioners. When we practice, the practice does not mean only someone who come to the Buddhist center and someone who meet with the teachers and the gurus and so on. But the most interesting thing, most important thing is for the practitioner is the practice in the daily life, one's own, the daily life's activity. That is very, that's useful. That's what I experienced actually. For instance, in this time, the people are busy, always, busy, have a lot of work. It seems we do not have much time for the practice, but at the same time, we really now know how to practice the Dharma. We really do not need particular time for it, basically, but we can the practice in any situations, in any conditions. That means just keeping the positive mind, positive thought as much as we can, and as well as generating and cultivating good actions, good motivations in our daily life. So through that, we can really, increase in the progress of the practices.
Normally, we all who practice of the Buddhist or the spiritually, and we aiming for the reborn of the Pure Land. That is, everybody has same natures. So we believely and reborn. Then we expecting to reborn in the better, and best way best to reborn in the Pure Land. And through this practice, through this compassion practice, it definitely an effect to all the sentient being to liberate of the Amitabha Pure Land. Compassion practice, it definitely an effect to all the sentient being to liberate of the Amitabha Pure Land. To liberate of the Amitabha Pure Land.